When did we meet? Do you remember? What do you love about Chris, her dad?
Dad. What I love about Dad.
And what were your first impressions of me?
Honestly?
Yeah.
Funny thing about Chris is...
Was there anything else that, like, you got to know about me later that you were, like, surprised about?
And then another story maybe where you should tell. No, I'm just, well,
Was I as good of a skier as you thought I was?
One of my favorite memories of Dad.
do you remember the first time that we met?
Freshman year for sure. Probably the B9 lobby.
I remember that we met in the Cougar Eat.
I met Chris, I think it was about 1973 when he got back from his mission.
We met you at a time when you were just coming home from your mission. So.
Awkward stage.
No.
Was I awkward?
No, you were not.
And Mr. Mack pulled Chris over to help me out. So that was when I was 21. Now I'm 59. That's a long time I've known him, 38 years.
My earliest memory of just Hannah and being this girl is gonna be my friend was one day it was singing time in primary, and we were in the Valiant 12 class.
And we went to the Sundance Film Festival.
I don't know if it's about when he used to give us kisses on the cheek in junior high. It would be a little sweaty.
All of her really good friends went to my high school. And she was literally at every activity, every game, every performance. She was the girl that everybody knew, but actually didn't go there.
And we just bonded over being too old for primary and wanting to get into Young Women's. And we were just laughing and laughing. I don't even think we sang a single primary song that day.
And everyone was laughing and talking and telling stories of their childhood and super funny stories. And Chris leaned over to me and he said, you know, Steph, in this family, I don't know if it's like this in your family, but in this family, we like to have a lot of fun.
So we were just friends right off the bat.
Chris is the kind of guy that really wants everybody to be happy.
Yes, my first impression was wow, she's a better skier than me.
We get to ski together and kind of explore new things. And yes, we've gotten lost sometimes because we both are the type of people that think we know where we're going even when we don't.
Just really chill and really fun to be around, and always make everyone feel good about themselves. And
He always helps without even being asked. He sees a need and he fills it.
You were really welcoming to me. I felt kind of intimidated by the group of people that you hung out with, but you were definitely the most welcoming.
Just his willingness to help, willingness to serve. There's no question that when asked, he's happy to, serve his fellow man or whoever, that might be.
I thought you were a really fun, happy person, super energetic, loud, fun to be around.
We would be dancing along, and Chris would go like this. And that's about his only move. It was pretty effective.
Really friendly, very self-assured.
And I remember I was sitting in the car and I said, Chris, have you ever been embarrassed? And you thought for a minute and you said, no, I've never been embarrassed. And I just thought, how could you have not been embarrassed?
I think you were definitely super enthusiastic and happy. And even though we had never met before, you were super excited to meet us.
My first impression, I might have been a little intimidated. Not intimidated, oh my gosh, but wow, this girl's cool, I better, get in with her, you know what I'm saying?
We had a lot of similar interests and we were from the Bay Area, so I felt like we were very similar.
We both love music, and as you've heard from other people, Dad loves a good party. So
When I first saw you, Hannah, I saw a person that was passionate.
It's infectious, and it makes it's just it's a fun laugh.
I think one of the things that I always remember about Chris is that he was always willing to go out and have good, clean fun.
She's super fun. She's really fun to be around.
I think I struck the lottery by having him as my father because I don't think I would have wanted anybody else, and nobody else could fill the shoes that he has filled for me.
Were your first impressions correct, or were they wrong?
They're definitely correct. Super fun, super outgoing, super kind.
I know you know my dad since, Denver days, and how has he changed from Denver? Has he stayed the same?
He hasn't changed.
We still like love to dance in the bathroom, which is what we did when we were like 12 years old.
I am a lot like you. And we share a lot of similarities, some positives, some negatives. But I feel so blessed that I'm able to have the relationship that I have with you. And that we're so close. And I've had so many great memories with you. And I am so excited to have a million more memories with you.